Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. 2 discussions, no card read, just bringing up a couple things that I've seen within the comments. So we can start there. Okay. Let me grab some water. Okay, got some water. How is everybody? Did you guys have a good day? Let me go and screenshot a couple of these comments so we can discuss them. Super Dougie, SM. You're cute. Thanks. Okay. What the fuck? What is with my phone right now? Thank you. Hi, baby. I gotta find the other one about spirit guides because I want to address that one too. Hey, buddy. How was your day? Do you have a good day, buddy? There was one about spirit guides. There was like 3 people that chimed in that wanted to know something, and I just said I will discuss on the channel. The 2 things, the 2 things I'm going to discuss are complete opposites. The first one, haters are just going to eat this up. Those who are hating me, they're going to be like, hell yeah, whoa, like, okay, slow your fucking roll, okay? I'm going to have to go into Max. I'm going to have to get down, Papa. Oh, found it. Question. When our loved ones, pets / people die, are they the ones that look out for us, like guides? I'm also curious about this. Yeah. So we're going to bring that up second. I'm going to bring up the first topic first because I think it's fucking annoying. Okay. Don't we just love this annoying energy in October? Mind you, I don't even feel like typically I wouldn't even bring this discussion forward. Everybody has their own opinions, right? But it's October and I'm feeling feisty. So I'm going to address it. And my heart goes out to the family, everyone involved in the attacks. I'm just awful. Sickening. Whole nother topic maybe for another day. Just do a quick moment of silence for them. I will light a candle and then we will get into the topic. Just going to put it in the window over here. Okay. Okay. All right. It's just awful, I know. Max, not now. Okay. Max, let me know. I love you, though. Community tab. So I posted this image and it had a saying. And okay. Your perception of me is a reflection of you. My reaction to you is an awareness of me. I said, not necessarily if dealing one from the matrix, then acknowledgement is key. This industry needs to explain how things work. And I did like an upset face with a sad face. So this topic can go in so many different directions, right? It can be, you can attach it to the mirroring energy. You can attach it to all sorts of energies. For me, they put it out there like this. Your perception of me is a reflection of you. I get how people say that because that's like saying it's the shadow side and we need to work on it and this and that. My reaction to you is an awareness of me, right? Same kind of thing. It's like, it's the shadow side, okay? It's the industry that wants us to believe certain stuff. This is where we need to ascend. This is where we need to branch off and think beyond the industry, okay? Because if they keep throwing the same stuff at us that they consistently throw at us over and over and over, and nothing's changing except let me tweak this and let me tweak that, okay? That's not good enough, if you ask me. So do I think that this is false? Absolutely, hands down, because one's perception is not necessarily saying that's a reflection, because it's basically saying it's a mirroring. You do not mirror every single fucking soul. Every time this happens and somebody says, well, sit back and, you know, and they basically, they're bouncing this energy back onto you. And that's fucking wrong. To make you guys think this is something within you that needs to be worked on. Sometimes, does it absolutely mean that? Yes. But sending this projection out in a meme is only projecting basically every time you say something or you're sad and you're angry and you're giving your feedback or you're retaliating, does not mean, for me, the way I'm being told and the way I strongly feel, does not mean it's a reflection of me. Whoever's projecting it your way is their reflection, because I'm projecting something back in regards to what that is. That's my perception. If you want to take it as a reflection of me, that's on you. Okay? So when I say this industry is fucked up, it's fucked up. And it's my fucking opinion. Okay? Moving on. Somebody wanted to chime in, mind you, longtime subscriber too. She says, isn't that calling the kettle black? I said, if you can't handle the heat, then get out of the kitchen. Okay? Because that's not calling the kettle black. Okay? So here we go. Then she wrote another comment. She just addressed something 2 hours ago again. Okay? But let's get to the first thing that she mentioned. Okay? She wrote a day ago. She wrote, how about unity consciousness? What about my spiritualists who wouldn't ever get in somebody else's marriage? Yet that's what you do behind the scenes. Let me just fucking address that one first. Clearly, I don't care if you've been watching for fucking 6 years or 20 years, you obviously didn't watch any of the fucking videos when I talked about my experience. Okay? I'm not a fucking homewrecker. Okay? My spiritualists wouldn't ever get in the middle of somebody's fucking marriage. But yet, that's what you do behind the scenes. First of all, they were split. They lived in separate houses. They agreed to see other people. They were getting a divorce. She was dating somebody else. She knew I was in the fucking picture. Okay? So I didn't meddle in anybody's fucking marriage. So if you don't know that side of the fucking story because you didn't watch the previous video, then you have no right to come on and write this shit. Here's the next one. So when you say you're going to feed yourself, however you can, to be open or vulnerable with any man. When I say feed yourself, feed yourself. Feed yourself in the sense of what makes you fucking feel good. Yet you judge people on the board. No shade, just curious, and how none of this makes sense. I'm judging people on the fucking board because I care about you guys, and these are karmic fucking situations. No heat, no tea, no shade, no judgment, straight facts. No, you're fucking judging me because you're basically calling me a homewrecker for stepping into a situation where they weren't even fucking together. So if you're not going to watch the previous reads and know the whole fucking story, don't run your fucking mouth because I did nothing fucking wrong there. Okay? When it comes to judgment, I shall not judge and blah, spiritualists don't judge. Fuck yeah, we do. And if you don't, you're not using your best fucking discernment, if you ask me. Isn't there a judgment card in the tarot deck? In order to reach a judgment, don't you have to make a decision? In order to reach a decision, don't you have to fucking judge the situation? I would expect you to fucking judge the situation. Because if you don't judge, you're not going to fucking get anywhere in life. And you're going to end up with a fucking dipshit. And blah, 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 and I wasted my fucking life. And I settled. And I hope I do something different in the next fucking life. How about you get it right this fucking life? Okay? So, let's get to the next one that she just said 2 hours ago. Okay? Mystical moment. No need to address anything. I'm just saying it's hypocritical to do one thing and expect a higher standard. First of all, I didn't wreck a fucking marriage. I didn't get in between two fucking people. Okay, so we can squash that because I just fucking addressed that. Okay. And if you're a spiritual teacher, why wouldn't you practice what I preach? I do practice what I fucking preach, but nice fucking try. My truth is I've been celibate for 18 years and one man in over 3 years, initially doing the inner work, not dating, no opinion, just a choice, no judgments. We all have a past. And there's an awakening about changing and healing. Awakening is about changing and healing. But you got to be open-minded and expand your fucking mind when it comes to things. Okay? So nothing you fucking wrote, I can even fucking debate with. Because you have no idea. You clearly have no idea about the initial fucking stories that I fucking talk about. Clearly, right? We all make our fucking choices. In awakening, yep, you learn. How many people don't learn? So you're basically saying, I don't even want to get into that because it's your own fucking personal business. But I do practice what I fucking preach. Oh, this is a good one. Using the label catalyst to give yourself an excuse. Fuck you. Fuck you. I don't care if you've been on my channel for fucking 5 years. We don't all fucking ascend. Okay? So a big giant fuck you. Because you know what? You can be a fucking catalyst, and I never use it for a fucking excuse. Have I been a catalyst in plenty of situations? Yes. But I know when to get myself out of them. And that's what makes you a good fucking catalyst. So who's calling the kettle fucking black? Okay? Fucking done with that rant. The nerve of some fucking people. Wouldn't say I'm letting the energy get the best of me, but it is fucking annoying when you want to call me out and expect me not to say something. It's one thing to have an opinion, but it's another thing to actually know the fucking facts. And I'm sure it's fucking to judge these situations on the board, because that's how we grow. That's how we fucking evolve. That's how we move on. That's how we self-motivate. That's our fucking empowerment. So I'm not going to say, go hang out with fucking frickin' frack and learn your fucking lesson the hard way. Make sense? Anybody else have anything to chime in on? And it's this fucking industry. That's the prime fucking example there. It's the fucking, she wanted to defend a fucking meme and then bring me into it. So for all you newbies, if you don't know the story, then watch previous videos, because I don't know exactly what stories or where that story was. Actually, I do. Because I actually sent it to somebody as a fucking screenshot. Okay. Oh, even perfect. It's labeled 777 Weekend Energy, Lies, Betrayal, etc. Let me share my story with you so you all know you're not alone. That's why I share shit. That's why we have these fucking conversations. So don't come at me calling the kettle fucking black. Educate yourself on shit before you fucking come at me. I don't care if you've been a subscriber for fucking 5 years. Don't fucking care at this point. Now, if anybody else has something to say, go right ahead, because I will explain myself. And if I'm wrong, I'm fucking wrong. I don't have a problem being fucking wrong. Thank you. Oh, you showed up. Thank you. When I talk about Danny dying, you said you were going in and out of his life for years. Then you were separated together and separated. I never called you a homewrecker. You basically did when you said calling the kettle fucking black and not speaking what I fucking preach. And I'm gonna get back to that one, but let me get back to the initial one, because you did. This is great. I love that you're on this page. You're on this feed right now, because I love to fucking debate shit. Okay. What about the consciousness? My spirituals wouldn't never get in the middle of somebody else's fucking marriage. I wasn't in the middle of a fucking marriage. You're basically saying you're basically saying I am a homewrecker, because that was the energy that was on the board the other day. And I got myself involved in somebody else's marriage. I didn't get myself involved in anybody else's marriage. I didn't intrude. They were dating other fucking people. And me and Danny were in and out, off and on, for 30-something years. That doesn't mean in between all these people. Those were your words when reading the board. In regards to what? Using the word homewrecker, but you're bringing up that particular months ago. You didn't even bring up Danny in any of these memes. You're basically saying calling the kettle fucking black is what you're doing. But there's nothing I'm doing. And then you're telling me I'm judging people on the fucking board because I got your back. So I am judging people on the board because I work with fucking karma. I'm a healer. That's what I do. So I'm not going to mislead you. And Danny was in and out of my life for years before he died. What does that have to do with anything? Does that make me a bad person because me and him were off and on and me and him never got together when I was 15 years old? And then when we finally did, we were together for a couple months before he passed away? I just don't know where you're going with that. Because let's get this situated. And I was never sleeping with multiple people with one fucking time. Ever. If you, that's where you're going with that one. You said you were in and out of the married guy's life. You were in and out of his life. You talked about after Danny died. Yeah, I was in and out of both of their lives. What does that have to do with anything? This was when I was a teenager to adulthood. There was nothing in between. I started talking to them, back and forth, talking to them after my divorce. So again, I still don't know what you're trying to say. I was in and out with the married guy's life. Yeah. I still don't understand what you're trying to say. Does that make me a bad person? Am I contradicting myself? I'm trying to figure out what you're trying to say. Because you mentioned nothing about Danny in any of these memes. You're basically telling me I'm judging people, and I was, messing with a married guy as if I did something wrong. They weren't married. We didn't go behind anybody's back. They didn't live together. Like, they were married, but you get what I'm saying? They didn't live together. They agreed to see other people. It's not contradicting myself. I tell you guys all the time, I'd never put my fucking self in a situation like that again. And even if he was married, it's not going to change how me and his relationship went. And me and him have a history. That's not an excuse. But when he tells me they're fucking done and they're done, and I'm there all the time and we're hanging out and we're going to dinner and we're going places, I'm assuming he's fucking done. Just like anybody else would. It's not my fault the two of them decided to get back together at some point and hook up because out of jealousy. Or who's that, because that conversation has nothing to do with this fucking conversation. We're talking about higher fucking consciousness in a fucking meme. Me and him have been friends since we were fucking 15. So we had a friendship. We didn't expect feelings to just arise all over again. I certainly didn't. He didn't. It happened. And whether he was officially divorced or not, I think he'd still be the same fucking person. So I don't think the legal document really made it or break it, because the reason why we went our own ways had nothing to do with the legal fucking document. So I didn't go into it and be like, oh, blah, 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 and yeah, that's his perfect scenario. He's married. He's never going to want to commit, blah, 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 blah. So I mean, I kind of get where you're going with that, but not really. Because me and him were friends. If I was to meet somebody right off the rip and they were like, oh, I'm married. Yeah, no. Thank you, though. Thank you. Flattered, but no thank you. Because it's one more attachment and one more cord that nobody else needs to sit through, unless it's like, maybe if it's in the process, you really love each other, it's a whole nother dynamic. You never know somebody's dynamic, and then they get a divorce and they live happily ever after. I mean, there is situations like that. And it's okay to be a catalyst. I've been a catalyst plenty of fucking times, but guess what? I know when to get the fuck out. So it's not an excuse. It's only an excuse if you don't do nothing about the situation and you allow it to keep going and going and going. Because initially this started because you said I was judging and I interfered in somebody else's marriage. That's not interfering in somebody else's marriage. It's just not. We all make our own decisions. We all do what we want to do when it comes to what it is we choose to freaking do. And if you decide to put yourself in a situation like that, then so be it. There's going to be consequences. Me and him were friends. It's not like somebody I met off the fucking street and was like, oh yeah, this sounds like fucking rainbows and fucking Skittles. Let me get myself in this situation because this doesn't sound karmic. I have common sense, girlfriend. Anything else? While we're on the topic, before we switch topics? So basically, you listened to that whole video and you still didn't pick up on anything positive out of it. Then clearly I can't help you. I'm not here to hold your hand and explain every damn second and every step of my freaking life. You missed the whole point of that fucking conversation. I shared that conversation because so many people are in that situation or have been in that situation or see somebody in that situation. Unfortunately, it's way too fucking common. Ladies, you'd have to watch from the beginning. We all learn from our lessons. I wouldn't even call that a mistake. Do you know how much I learned from that? Regardless of catalyst or not, even if it was a catalyst, got myself out of it. But do you know what I learned from that? It saved my fucking soul, actually, because I wouldn't be sitting here today if I didn't take something from that. Clearly, the connection I had with him is in my fucking Akashic records, life fucking lessons. And nothing I did there, I did wrong. Nothing. She knew about me. He knew about me. She was dating somebody else. I didn't split up a fucking marriage. And the point of the whole back and forth between me and him and Danny and me is because I met Danny before I met the other one at the same time, at the same age, and I ended up dating the other one before Danny. And I was always friends with both of them. And I'm so fucking thankful I had that last couple months with Danny. Else it would have left me questioning a lot of shit. So I'm just trying to figure out which part you're judging and why you took that as if I was meddling in somebody else's marriage. That's not the definition of meddling in somebody's marriage. It's just not. Never once I was like, oh, this seems fun. Let me fall in love with somebody who is married. This seems fun. What can I get from this? Said nobody fucking never. Unless they're gold diggers, and then it works out lovely for them. So again, I'm just trying to figure out how you think I'm calling the kettle fucking black with a fucking meme that has to do with the industry fucking with you guys' brain. Clearly this channel just isn't for you anymore. If you can't see the reason why I even shared that story with you in the first place. Not to mention, guys, a lot of light workers, a lot of readers, people upset, crying, different things. Everyone's getting attacked, spiritual attacks. It's just the energy. Are we going to face it, deal with it, not address it? I mean, typically, I probably wouldn't even address something like this. But I was just kind of baffled on how you thought I was calling the kettle black. When all I was doing was pissing on the fucking industry for making you think you need to check yourself every time someone projects something towards you. Like it's your fault and you got to work on your own shit. Because that's how we stay stuck. I'm trying to unstick people here. So you can climb off the fucking page that the government's fucking turning and you can start living your fucking life. I mean, I can't imagine I'm reading anything wrong. I can't imagine I'm misinterpreting anything you're saying. And I know people, it's not good to judge. You have to fucking judge. You have to make conscious decisions. In order to make those conscious decisions, you need to judge your scenario so you can make a proper decision. That's judging. I know people don't like it when they get judged, but that's too fucking bad. You want to judge me? It's too fucking bad. Go ahead. It's okay. But just don't write, I'm not judging you. Because you are fucking judging me. And I'm sure as fuck gonna judge the energy on the board coming your way. You want to deal with somebody who's not fucking ready? You want to deal with somebody who's not ready to address their feelings? You want that fucking man in your life? Because that sounds fucking great. Emotional immaturity. Oh my God, that's so soothing. Yeah, you want that? You can have them. They're going to come to you like flies on fucking shit. A moth to a fire. They're all fucking yours. Take them all. Do us all a favor and take them all. Call them all your fucking way. There's plenty of other readers that won't judge a shitty fucking scenario. Go watch them. Go stay stuck. You got someone on the board that got a lot of love for you, but they're not doing anything. They're not brave enough. Oh, okay. So you want somebody in your life that's not brave? So now they're not brave. They're emotionally immature. This is, I mean, these are the people you want in your fucking life? Why? So it gives you something to do? Do you feel good about yourself taking care and catering to other people? Because there's some people out there that think they can change people, and they think that they can be that person to get somebody where they need to be. Nobody will ever change anybody else, ever. Other people can come into other people's lives for catalytic reasons, lessons. You will never change them, ever. You can be the one that says something and it fucking clicks, and then they change their own life. Do people deserve second chances? Yeah. I mean, we can go in so many different directions with this conversation. And I'm not saying to this particular person that this is all that I'm piling all this shit on her. I'm putting all the shit out there because this is what the fucking industry is doing. Because this all started because of a fucking meme I posted in regards to the fucking industry. And then you want to turn around and make it about completely other fucking scenarios. So I just think when I was sharing my personal stories, you missed the point of me sharing my personal story. And that's okay. Maybe you weren't ready. And that's not a bad thing. I personally don't know what's going on in your life. But I'm sure that video and that story helped a lot of fucking people feel like they weren't alone in a shitty situation. Because I can't even tell you how many fucking clients I had that got themselves, and people that were married and certain stuff, but they knew they were married, but like in the sense, like then they fell in love, they didn't know how to get out of it. Initially they didn't know they were married, and then that person told that person later on, or they found out that they were married. I helped them find their way out of it, because once you're fucking hooked, you're fucking hooked. It's sad. I promise I'm getting out of the marriage, yada yada. I mean, fucking brutal. So when I say like spiritualists don't come in and interfere and wreck things, in the sense of like it's never, we don't ever do it intentionally, if that makes sense. Like we're not like, oh, this is great, what lesson am I gonna get out of this? It's not like that. Like we're not fucking savage. We're not trying to be an asshole. We're not trying to fucking sleep with this one to piss you off. Like we have better things to do with ourselves. There's always a reason behind fucking everything. And we don't stay in those situations. And for those who do, I don't know what type of belief they follow. I mean, I can't say like they're super awoken. They can call themselves spiritual. But I mean, haven't we learned this already? There's so many people that call themselves spirituals, but demons are fucking spirits too, right? So which side are you working for? And I've been telling everybody for a long time, you got to work for both fucking sides. That's the only way to find the fucking balance in the spiritual world. You got to know a little of each, work with a little of each, got to work with your dark side, got to work with the shadow. Everyone wants to choose light. What the fuck is wrong with dark? The energy and the surge that the dark gives you. Whew. Fucking love when my dark side comes out to fucking play. I rock my fucking black wings all fucking day. That's when I gotta like check myself so I stay humble. Because it's powerful. The video was just a story of me talking about my situation, not really saying anything anymore. And again, not all of this is directed towards her. It's directed, my comment was directed to the fucking industry. And then it turned into my own personal fucking story and my own personal fucking life. And people wanted to take fucking dibs at it. I'm gonna fucking address it. Because you can't call the kettle fucking black because there was nothing that I said that was contradicting. It was 777, weekend energy, lies, betrayal, etc. Let me share this story with you so some of you are not alone. So basically, you took a personal fucking story that was meant to guide and teach in hopes that people realize, like, it's not a situation that we went into knowing that it was going to be like a complete shit show, or knowing that it's just, we were friends, regardless of us being friends. To be honest with you, if anybody came in my life and was like, I'm married but in the middle of divorce, I'd probably pass on it. But those are the situations you shouldn't pass on, because if that person's being fucking honest and they're going through an ugly divorce, how do you know you guys on each other's fucking rocks? So we can't judge every fucking situation. What I can fucking judge is the energy, the collective shit fucking energy coming our way. Lessons we've already fucking learned. You need to ascend, not hold somebody's fucking hand while they ascend. Is that person putting an effort in? Are they reaching out? Is there any sort of reciprocity? Because I don't see jack shit on the fucking board when it comes to reciprocity. I wasn't a fucking secret. The wife knew about me. And I know that sounds so shitty to say, in the sense of like, the wife knew about me, wasn't a secret, so I can justify that. No, because that's not what I'm fucking saying either. She was seeing somebody else. They lived in separate fucking houses. They were in the middle of a fucking divorce. They agreed to see other fucking people. Life fucking goes on. And I don't think he would have changed any of it, married or fucking not. Because he still had his own insecurities and growth to fucking deal with. His pain, his trauma, whatever it may be. It didn't even boil down to the fucking piece of paper. The piece of paper was not the fucking problem. And when a catalyst comes into somebody's life, you should always check where you're at in life. Always, because that's telling you something. Even if you're happily fucking married, or did it, like, no such thing like that, in the sense of like somebody else comes in, you can't stop thinking about somebody. Why are you thinking about? That's checking somebody. That person needs to check themselves. What's lacking in my life? Why am I attracted to this and no longer attracted to him or her? Certain stuff like that. Like, it's not just life and it just happens. No, there's a reason for that. There's something within your life where you're not fucking content, and chances are it's a him or her situation, or that him and her situation wouldn't keep fucking coming at you. I'm not talking about here and there. I'm talking about this shit that happens every fucking day. Like, I hate the fact that there's counselors when it comes to relationship issues, and I fucking hate it, because we don't need them. If we were all fucking conscious of how this shit fucking works, we don't need you guys. Because this wouldn't be a fucking conversation. This is why we all need to wake up. This is why we all need to ascend. Because the fucking problems these days in the fucking world is fucking humanity. That's the fucking problem. And if you were working with a fucking higher consciousness, a relationship wouldn't be a fucking issue. You wouldn't, oh, well, how do I get through this? How do I go through that? Why am I like this? Why? No. Your brain would already have enough fucking balance in it to not even question the shit we fucking talk about. How do I get over him? How do I get over her? The fuck? That's how you know you're deep in the fucking matrix. Because the fucking wires in your brain already knows how to get the fuck out of it. We wouldn't be having this conversation, because that's the last thing you worry about. Because when you fucking ascend and when you are who you are, you're a fucking magnet for this shit. It comes right at you. The right people, the wrong people, you make those decisions. You push away the right one. You go towards the wrong one, vice versa, whatever fucking feeds you. So when I say go fucking feed yourself, what do you think I'm saying? Go fucking spread your legs? I mean, what the fuck is going on in your brain when I say go feed your own fucking needs? This fucking industry, the fucking matrix, along with this fucking industry. This is literally why people are fucking stuck. You focus on this more than you focus on that. I want a career, I want this, but you also have a family. So you're basically choosing to work on your career and neglect the family, or neglect the career and put more of it into family. Somebody always thinks it's one over the other. It's never fucking one over the other. It's all the fucking above. You make time for all the fucking above. I mean, I think to myself sometimes, like, why is there only so many of us that fucking understand this? That's the fucking part that's so fucking sad, because it's such fucking common sense to me. This started the whole thing, guys. This one particular fucking meme. Your perception of me is a reflection of you. My reaction to you is an awareness of me. About not necessarily if dealing with one in the matrix, then acknowledgement is key. The industry needs to explain. Okay? This is the fucking problem. Because in the spiritual fucking world, tarot, taboo shit, we always hear shit like this. The perception of me is a reflection of you. The reaction is awareness of me. That's fucking bullshit to a fucking extent. This has nothing to do with higher fucking consciousness. This is called shadow. This is how people get stuck with shit like this that's been circling this industry for way too fucking long. This keeps you fucking stuck in life. So basically, that perception of me is a reflection of you. No, not if you're dealing with a fucking idiot. Can't you all fucking agree there? I want to say a lot of the people that aren't fucking awakened are fucking idiots. And they don't even know that they're fucking idiots, because they're just living in the fucking matrix. We're the idiots to them. The idiots, majority rules. Y'all a bunch of fucking idiots. Congratulations, majority fucking rules. But it's got to stop fucking ruling. When people have a fucking voice, stand up and fucking use it. Why do you think all this hate comes my way and all this fucking drama? Because all the dark energy wants to take these type of voices down. This is the fucking problem. Because this makes you think, okay, the perception of me is a reflection of me. So basically, if I'm saying this meme is basically making you think or making you question yourself. And then it keeps you in that energy of questioning. What are you doing besides questioning yourself? So you're basically focused on a negative thing, thinking you did something wrong, or there's something wrong with you, or you need to address your shadow, but you don't know how to address your shadow. How can anybody address their shadow with fucking shit circulating around the fucking spiritual industry like this? How can anybody address this shit? Because they're basically keeping you stuck. One meme like this, you're like, oh my God, so many people say that. It's so true. Oh my God. Why is it fucking true? Because you've heard it for the last 8 years? So automatically it's just fucking true? It's got to be true. It's got to be true. Because that's what people say all the time. So it's got to be true. You gotta know when you come across shit like this, what to think, or like when you see something and you're like, okay, you know, it's basically the mirroring card, and mirroring comes with the fake twin flame thing too. Oh, you're mirroring each other. Well, everyone thinks mirroring each other. So if that one's sad, then I'm sad. If that one's happy, then I'm happy. Like, what the fuck? Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty found his way down the fucking hill. Whatever the fuck. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is fucking nursery rhymes. I need you guys to fucking be aware of this shit. This is like playing in fucking kindergarten all over again. Oh, okay. Okay. I reacted. So my reaction is now my issue. And now I got to look at something inside of me because the way I fucking reacted? The fuck out of here. No fucking way. No fucking way. This is a fucking problem. This shit right here. It's a fucking all these other people making fucking promises. I can change your life. Come do this. Come do that. Like, okay, Santa Claus. What else can I have? Can I have a magic wand? Can I wiggle my nose? Scientists are discovering this and they're discovering that. And I mean, like, we don't need medicine. We don't need all this other stuff. We don't need to be fucking tweaked. What you need to realize is how your fucking brain works and what the government and society has fucking done to your own fucking thoughts. What you've allowed. What are you willing to fucking change? Are you willing to look at somebody else's perspective? Are you willing to hear somebody else out on their fucking thoughts? Or are you too stubborn because you have your own beliefs? But where the fuck did your beliefs come from? It's like a religion. It's a fucking cycle. A religion is literally like conditioning. It's a fucking cycle that you're born into. You don't have a fucking choice unless you're older and you make your own choice, and that's what helps you. It's great to have a fucking faith. But this shit's gotta fucking stop. This industry is seriously sucking everybody into like I think my biggest fear is that millions and millions and millions are becoming like more awakened when it comes to certain stuff. And it's like, all right, well, we all know like when it comes to like, you know, the word awaken and awareness and certain stuff, it kind of stems from this and it kind of stems, so it sends them in certain directions. But like when they get to this category of spiritualism, wherever the fuck they want to put it, okay, I don't even know where the government fucking puts it these days, but so when they get here, what, they all walk around like they're fucking idiots. Nothing is going to help them. It's fresh to them, but nothing is going to help them if we keep getting memes like this, or we keep getting people and readers and influencers and all these people that are still talking about the same shit. Where's it gotten any of us? Nowhere. So that's my fear, that you get all these people and energy wanting to change their life and wanting to see something different, or at least wanting to hear somebody out. But then everybody that they're going to is just keeping them stuck. But they're not even working with a higher consciousness, so they believe what they're doing is working. That's why I said there needs to be more people. Like, I don't even want to look at myself as a fucking influencer anymore, because the word influencer is just fucking trashed. It's like a fucking joke. You want to call these fucking TikTokers and all, like the government has basically allowed all these other things that should be in a different category to be considered a fucking influencer. Like, I look at half of the shit with the kids and I'm like, oh, they're influencing you all right. But at one point, an influencer was somebody like MLK, JFK, certain fucking leaders, equality, that type of shit. Now you don't know what the fuck you're getting from an influencer. It's like pulling a fucking rabbit out of a fucking hat. And I got to get to a place with the other channel where I can just not get so fucking angry and frustrated to be able to explain certain shit when it comes to certain shit and have you guys understand what I'm trying to say, or at least question what I'm saying. There's one simple way to regain who you are. And like, we don't need this, we don't need that, we don't need this. Like, when it comes to universal law and manifestation and all this other stuff, where you have all these celebrities fucking jumping on the fucking bandwagon. Okay, like this, yeah, certain things work for them, doesn't mean gonna work with everybody. You can't sell somebody like a fucking golden ticket like that. Like, and then they want to sit there and explain to you like how I'm explaining to you, it doesn't work like that. But if you add this, and this, and you bring affirmations into it, I mean, it's always great to talk positive, right? But I mean, this is not stuff that is going to change your life. Like, you have to know how your brain fucking works and how to get it back to a natural resting state before the matrix was a fucking thought. And we can all do that. But everyone feels like, not everyone, but a lot of people like, oh, it's a lot of work, or it's a lot of this. I'd rather just pay for this and I'd rather just do that. But it's like, we hold the power. We hold the power to get to where we need to be. So we're not questioning things. Like, so like in the sense of like when I was talking about relationships and certain stuff, like, and how like there shouldn't even be like relationship counselors, right? So like what I mean by that, like, is in the sense of like, these are the least of our fucking problems. And we go to readings and certain stuff, majority of people go to them for the fucking answers or this and that, but nobody is making their own answers, or they just assume their reading sounds like their reading, so it's their reading, and a majority of the time it's not even their fucking reading. But it's going to continuously be that person's reading if they're in darker energy, because they're just going to assume that it's them, or it sounds like their fucking story, when it really has nothing to do with them. Because I'm reading energy cards, I'm reading off of astrology, right? But I got to a point in life, and I was just like looking back and just, I guess it's just where things that I've discovered and how my brain works, like I could easily coach classes and get people to have better relationships, or to get people to leave certain relationships. I have a gift for doing that, but I don't want to do that, because that's not what fucking life's about. And when you reach a certain point, when your brain, something just clicks, you'll already have the answers. You'll never get the answers from anybody else, just like you'll never change anybody else. Those answers will always come from you. So if you think you need somebody to like talk it out, or if you just want to talk it out and vent, that's one thing. But if you're taking this person's advice and you're doing little, projects or things they're telling you to do throughout the fucking week, like that's not going to get you where you fucking need to be. It's just not. It's fucking not. Because at the end of the day, it's not your fucking thoughts. It's not, we don't know how everybody's brain works and how it's fucking wired in the sense of what type of conditioning you grew up with, certain stuff. Like, only one person, your own brain, is going to tell you these fucking answers. So I don't even know how, it's just so frustrating because I don't even know how to explain it. My brain is so fucking conscious when it comes to the fact that I can solve this and that for everybody when it comes to fucking relationships or how to deal with something, but it's not my fucking job. Like, it's like the last thing that should, like, I'm just saying, like, when you reach like a certain awareness, I guess, you already have the answers. A relationship problem in America and the fucking country should not be a fucking problem on your fucking list of things. Because if it was a fucking problem, you would just fucking erase it, right? Like in the sense of, like, oh, I feel like I'm not explaining it right, and I really don't know how to explain it, but, like, it's not a fucking problem. Why do I keep doing this? Why do they keep doing that? Why the fuck are you still in that relationship? Why the fuck are you still having the same conversation over and over again? Why the fuck are you letting other people tell you how you should have a marriage and how, like, why are people not questioning that shit? You would never need a fucking therapist, a counselor. You won't fucking need, they're only here because the government put them here. When your brain is conscious enough, you don't fucking need nobody to have a fucking opinion for you to live your fucking life, because you don't give a flying fuck about other people's fucking opinions, and you got enough soul and heart and character to not hurt people along the fucking way, and you just keep on fucking living your life. Your brain holds the fucking answers. Two. So many people sit back at the end of the day and majority of their worries is just relationships and money. You're training your brain to go to bed that way. You're going to wake up the same fucking way. You're never going to find your way out if you don't sit and think about, how the fuck do I find a way out? Instead of just being like, I don't know how to do it. I don't know what I want. I don't know this. I don't know that. Like, what the fuck? And it's not about I don't. So don't listen to those people that are like, say, I am powerful. I am this with the affirmation shit, because that doesn't change your fucking life either. That's just better self-talk. At the end of the year, at the end of the day, I swear to you, your brain has the right fucking answers for you. Promise you. You won't even look at a relationship as a fucking relationship fucking problem anymore, because you're either going to be on the same page with somebody or you're not. So stop trying to make things work with people where you're not on the same fucking page or you're not fucking aligned. And if you put yourself in those scenarios, please don't stick around. I mean, how many red fucking flags does it take? Sometimes 10, sometimes 20. We've all fucking been there. But when you have that higher consciousness, you're not there. You don't stick around. You fucking go. If people want to call you fucking insensitive and cold-hearted, fuck you. That's not what that is. And I'm not going to sit and explain to you what it is, because your initial reaction of what you think it is already telling me where your fucking mentality is. That's why I don't got jack shit to fucking say. Not because I'm scared, not because you're right. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy.
Peace out.
Peace out. Dun, 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 dun. Some Usher song that just came to my head. Is your laundry done? I don't think I heard it ding.
Yeah.
Switch it over, put a dryer sheet in. I think I'm going to wait until tomorrow to discuss the guides. Or just leave this conversation here with this one. Anybody have any questions or anything I can try to help answer? I mean, guys, I don't have all the answers. I'm not a miracle worker. I guess the point in my fucking life where I just know just what fucking works for me and what I think is, it's not that, it is though what I think. It's like starting a whole nother fucking topic. I don't know. I don't have the answers to everything, but what it is I'm talking about, I'm very knowledgeable on. Call it knowledge, call it wisdom, I don't know. But I do know you get to a certain point of fucking life and these things won't be a fucking issue. Somebody's ex wouldn't be a fucking issue. Somebody's relationship wouldn't be a fucking issue. You wouldn't have to question why somebody's not getting a divorce or why they should do this or like, it's just not a fucking thing. You find your way out of it. So, no, I don't ever sit here and use the excuse that I was a catalyst for a certain situation. Because every time I was a catalyst in a certain situation, I found my way out of it. And it hurts to find our way out of certain stuff. Because we got to make the bigger moves and be the bigger person. And it hurts. It's not fun. So the catalysts that are out there just having fun with what they're doing, they don't give a fuck about how other people feel at the end of the fucking day. I do. That's why we make good catalysts. That's why light workers and certain people and people with higher consciousness, this is why we're good at what we do. Because we've experienced it. It's in our soul. We know what the fuck we're talking about. We don't get to ever be a catalyst just for fun. Those are the ones that are just, it is what it is. Never once have I sat here and made an excuse for myself in a catalytic situation. Never once. Ever. And I want you people to judge scenarios, people, situations. Don't listen to that like, oh, higher consciousness people, they don't smoke, they don't do drugs, they don't drink, they don't judge. Like, the fuck out of here. Oh, we fucking judge. We should all fucking be judging. How are you going to expand and evolve if you're not judging what was taught to you? If you're not judging what the fuck you're projecting? You know? And I haven't come across her in a while, and I saw a reader cry on a video the other day, and I was like, and all these people like, oh, you got this, like, you're such a good person, like, so compassionate and sending so much love, and it's great. But like, what I really want to say is, it's nice to have the extra love and compassion, but our tears are not fucking fear. It is our tears and frustration. It is when it runs so much fucking deeper than the average person would fucking know. So like, when you see people in certain situations use discernment with how like you respond to something, because there's so many people like hang in there, but it's not about hanging in there. We're already fucking hanging in there. Does that make sense? So I mean, I don't know what you really should say, but you know, I just think a lot of people are just, you know, it's like one of those things when somebody passes away, like my condolences, like I get it, but like again, it's what society thinks you should say or do. And it's I look at some of these things in comments, and again, the love, the support, the compassion is great, but like you put that reader or somebody in a position where it makes them feel like weak, or like they're not like capable to read, or like we're too overwhelmed. No. It just, our souls, there's so much fucking depth there, and when tears come out, we're not looking for compassion or extra love. It's just, we will find our way out of it. I don't think anybody needing to like say anything. I don't think anybody needs to say anything. Like, I don't know how to like explain myself, but does like, I guess that wouldn't make sense to everybody. Because I get that too with certain stuff, or like, oh, it's okay, hang in there, don't cry, this and that. And it's just my soul is telling me like, you guys, a majority of people are just like missing the point. It's writing that because that's what society thinks you should fucking write. What's your soul telling you? You know, it's like, is your soul speaking to you as you're writing something, or is that your brain and it's one tracked because that's the first thing that comes to your brain, because society has taught us to be apologetic and sympathetic. Like, this is the stuff I need you guys to think of. Congratulations. Whoop, whoop. Cheers. So there's a lot of that energy going on. It's going around. So I just wanted to bring that to your awareness. You know, that, and I don't know the right thing to say either. I just feel like us as a collective need to come up with something else, because it's so much deeper than you think. It's not because one person made us angry or we're scared of somebody. Like, I really don't even know how to explain it. It just comes from a different place. But I can feel all the matrix. Hang in there. Like, it's like reading some things, guys. Like, some things are sweet and you can like read people's soul, or you can feel it, and then others you just know it's programmed. It's programmed. So eyes are fucking dry. They're burning. Burn, baby, burn. Disco is burning. So October's just it's frustrating, but it's just aggravating energy. But I personally wanted to come on and discuss what I discussed from the beginning of the video, because it's just, I needed to bring that awareness to people in regards to that meme. And there was nothing that I feel like I said was calling the kettle black. It's just the way they interpreted it. And then that story runs from that story, and so on and so on and so on. And it doesn't get misinterpreted. It doesn't, like, the perception never changes. You know what I mean? Once it clicks and you already think you have like the answers, or I don't know. It's just like disappointing, you know? And ironically enough, I mean, she knew the story and she still read it wrong. She still interpreted it wrong. My baby cakes. Long time no see. Long time no see. So, I just felt like it was just important for me to bring up because, again, it was the meme itself with the industry. It wasn't even anything personal until she decided to basically call me a liar. And that I don't preach what I teach and, you know, all I do is judge people. I mean, so at that point, I felt it necessary to come on and stand up for humanity in this situation. I'm not the only one that finds myself in these situations. I think it's best for you to address versus just shutting the comments off or certain stuff. Like, nothing wrong with debating, nothing. And again, I got no problem with being fucking wrong and taking fucking criticism. Well, I don't take criticism too well because I just feel like the people that are criticizing me are just, if I know I'm dealing with somebody from the Matrix, I'm never gonna. How can you take criticism from somebody who hasn't like been through a certain experience, or you know where they're at in fucking life? Like it's a hard fucking pill to fucking swallow, and I'm not gonna sit there and pretend, you know. That's fucking annoying. So yeah, I mean, I can take criticism coming from. Actually, I don't know if I'm really good at taking criticism. Because then I feel like now that I sit back and think like my boss like used the reviews, well, that was a fucking shit show. But come to find out this year, she actually got fired. Come to find out this year, it was like 30 employees that all took the review to HR. And I was like, thank fucking God. So I don't really have a better... Well, yeah, I can take criticism for like the family. Oh, so I can take criticism. I had to really think that one through. But when people want to fucking criticize and it's the wrong person... just walk away. Just walk away. But for some reason, I really felt the need to address that. And if anybody else sees that as if I'm wrong or contradicting, I'd rather have the debate and see it your way too, so I don't make that mistake again if I am wrong. Because I don't want to be that person either. You know what I mean? I'm here to help, not to piss other people off and shit. You know what I mean? So, I love you guys. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of the night. And I'll probably come on tomorrow morning and do one of those daily vibes again. I kind of liked it. It was quick, straight to the point. So, and then maybe tonight, not tonight, tomorrow night, when I have time to do like the longer readings and I'm not on a time crunch. So yeah, I just got that meme in my head. People get stuck in that type of energy because, like I said, it's frustrating. It's people have been saying it for so long. It's just like conditioning. Like, we believe it. But why the fuck are we believing it? And it's not every time. There is sometimes you got to check yourself and realize if you're throwing this and you're throwing that and you're intentionally hurting people, there's a good chance you could be hurt and you're projecting a little something, right? But just the way it stands out, and I know exactly where they're going with that, that's where we stay stuck, because you got to be smart enough to decipher your energy and somebody else's energy, because this is making it like all about you. You're the issue. You need to check it each time, but like, it's just not the case. I hope that makes sense. I will see you guys in the morning. I hope you all have a fantastic night. I love you guys. I agree. I love you guys. Bye. You're welcome.